Well, hello everybody out there, all you dudes and dudettes. Got another video here today with some Victorinox knives. Just want to talk about cleaning them, and as you can see, they look a little crusty. The main thing I want to talk about is what all you should do to clean them. This one here, it's a Victorinox Traveler, from the best I can tell from all the info I got on the internet. It was made from 1986 to 2008, and as you can see, it's a little corroded. It's not too bad on the inside. Can't really get it to come up very well here. My lighting kind of sucks, but take my word for it, it was crusty. It is crusty. Now, both of these knives have been through the ultrasonic cleaner. The scales were on them at that time, but it got rid of a lot of junk that was down inside. This one here is called the Explorer. It was made between 2009 and 2011. There's a few more tools on here. It's what they call a 4-layer knife. This one is a 3-layer. They both went through the ultrasonic cleaner at the same time. I dried them all off, got them all dried off, and then I got to thinking maybe I should take the scales off. Now this one's from the Traveler, the 86 to 2008. Scales are a little different underneath than the more recent one, the Explorer. This one has like ribs in there, and I guess they figured out they could use less plastic or whatever to make these scales. So anyway, what I want to talk about is I've seen a few videos where they've cleaned these knives either by hand or ultrasonic cleaner, you know, soap and water, oil them all up, things like that, but they never took the scales off. So I decided I better take the scales off because they were pretty crusty. And as you can tell, they were really crusty underneath the scales, as were the tweezers and toothpicks that were in both of them. So I'm glad I took the scales off. Not only did it reveal a whole lot of gunk, but it also, you know, let me see the metal part underneath and how corroded it was. So I'm going to be cleaning these, real soon. Oiling everything up, assembling them back together. Now, this set of scales, as you can see right there, you can see bits of plastic where it came off of the little studs there that they snap into place. I did see a video a while back showing that they put the whole knife in very hot water, very warm water, to get the scales to limber up a little bit, soften up a little bit, and that will help reduce the chipping out of the plastic around the holes. Pull up this other one here, because with that broken off, as you see right there, yeah, there's a lot of plastic that broke off when I took these scales off. closer there. Look at that. So I may have to put a touch of probably Gorilla Glue or something like that, just to make sure that these don't fall off after I get them all cleaned up. So I got a little ahead of myself, and I didn't warm these up and soften them to get them off. I did that to both of them. They both, lost a little plastic when I pulled them off. And I think it would make it a lot easier to get them off if they're softened up a bit. So I think the main thing I want to tell you is, even though you've cleaned and scrubbed and washed and ultrasonic cleaned them, whatever you did to clean them up, if you don't take the scales off, you haven't done a thorough cleaning. This knife, especially when I got the scales off, there were hair. I don't know if it was dog hair, cat hair. It was caked on the metal there, and I didn't get a picture of it. I immediately took a paper towel and wiped it off into the trash can because I had no idea what it was that was on there. But there was a lot of hair. I'm guessing from a cat or a small dog of some sort. They were just real short hairs. So it was pretty nasty. But I'm going to clean these up. I will probably need to get a new set of scales for the Explorer, because as you can see, this one is missing a little corner there, and they were in pretty rough shape cosmetically anyway. That one's broke off, so I'm going to order some scales to replace these. This one has the spot for the tweezers, the toothpick, and then there's a spot right here where they had a pin of some sort that you could get to put in there. So when I order the scales, I'll make sure I get the same thing so I can put them in. And if there's an additional spot for anything else, I'll go ahead and order scales for that. But the things were pretty nasty. So I'm going to go through these, clean them up good, oil them up good, make sure they're all back into very good working order. This one here, the Traveler, the small blade, which here, let me get these scissors back in, put them back down here, do that without cutting myself. You can see the small blade, it's got the tip broke off, so I'm going to reprofile that, try to curve that back down, get a point back on there, clean up the blades. They're not real sharp right now, but how I dated them was using the info I got off the internet. I could look at the tang stamp here, just the way it's written. There you go. That told me that it was from 1986 to 2008. That's as close as you can get for most of the Victorinox knives, the older ones. I'm not sure about the new ones, but that's how I dated that one. And then we'll look at the other one. This is the one side of the tang stamp. Let me close some of these so we can see there's not much snap on this. So and this one just says Victorinox Swiss made stainless. A little different Victorinox Switzerland stainless rust free, which means stainless. And that just says Victorinox Swiss made stainless. Okay, back to this knife. The one thing that is missing on this knife is the on the it's got a magnifying, well, let me get these blades put up here before I hurt myself. It's got the magnifying glass, but there's no magnifying glass in the holder. That's the way I got it. I think I got these off of eBay as a group purchase, but anyway, if anybody out there knows of a way to get the new replacement glass, I don't really want to take this knife apart to replace the whole thing, to replace the whole magnifier thing. I just want to put the glass in there. See, nothing there. So if anybody, comment, let me know if you know a way or have done it or know somebody that has done it. Replace that magnifier. But there's a little bit of snap left in some of these. Got the parcel hook. I'm not sure how useful that is, but there it is. The sewing awl and the main blade. This has still got a little bit of an edge, but it's going to need to be sharpened. But got some snap, but it's going to get more snap once I get done oiling it all up. I think this is the one that doesn't have a whole lot of snap. Yeah, I've got to push those down. It's kind of grungy in there. So we'll be taking care of that real soon. Give everything a snap. As you can see, the corkscrew on this is a little different than the other one. It's got that groove cut in it. I think that helps date it too, because this one is different. You can see the two there. The old one, the old one here has that groove in it, and the newer one, as in the 2000-2011, doesn't have that. So I don't know what that groove does for it, but there it is. We'll close that all up, get the all closed up. Close up that small blade. And the multi-tool, or whatever they call that. It's got the cap lifter, screwdriver, and you use that as a wire stripper of some sort. Yeah. But we'll be polishing these all up, get them back to somewhat newer condition, better condition, get these all cleaned up. Hopefully I can get these snapped back on. If they don't snap on, well, we'll add a little glue to it. So just remember, if you're cleaning these and you're not taking the scales off, this is what you're going to find behind there when you do. So it's important to get all that cleaned up. The toothpick and tweezers that normally go in there, I've got to clean those all up and sanitize them, but you can't put them back in there and expect them to be clean. So clean all that up and get it all looking nice again. Get some new scales for this one and go from there. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this, learned a little bit. I know I did in the process. So y'all take care, enjoy your day, and I hope you have a good one. Like, subscribe, share. If you want to see more of this, just let me know if you want to see more stuff, what kind of knife stuff you want to see. Leave me some comments. So take care and have a good one.